All right, guys, welcome to class. Today, we are going to start off with talking about poetry. I hope you guys are having a great morning and you're ready to learn. We're going to be starting off with poetry for our lessons for the first half of the year. I know we normally start off with fiction, but this year we're going to be starting off with poetry, which I'm super excited about. So the first thing that I want us to do is I want us to start to do a little review. And we're going to talk about some of the characteristics of poetry. We have line breaks, we have stanzas, we know that poetry has rhyme and rhythm, we know that poetry has repetition, and we also know that poetry is full of tons of figurative language. And if you remember some of our figurative language terms, you'll remember imagery, alliteration, onomatopoeia, similes, metaphors. These are the types of things that we find in poetry. So a line break, as a review, is where each line of the text ends in a poem. A stanza is a group of lines within the poem. And rhyme and rhythm is a pattern of stressed syllables or rhyming words. And we get a lot of that in music. And repetition are lines or words that are repeated in a poem, usually to show importance. So if you see something repeating, you probably want to pay attention to it. All right? So we're going to look at some examples of what this looks like inside of a poem. So here's a poem here, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. I know that some of you guys probably read this last year. I know that we did it in the 8th grade, but I'm sure you probably, I know that some of the teachers did use it for 7th grade as well. So the first thing we're going to look at is stanzas. And if you look here, you'll see that there's brackets around groups or small little paragraphs of words inside of this poem. And if you look here, you'll probably be able to tell me that there's 4 stanzas because you see 4 brackets where the words are packed into little bitty bits of language. The next thing that I want to talk about is line breaks. So right here where you see this blue circle, you'll see a line break. You also see one here. And you also see one here. Now, these are just examples. There's so many other line breaks in here, but usually an author breaks here or at a particular line because they want you to pause and they want you to think about what they just said. So these are moments of importance for us to really sit here and look at what we're talking about and what we've just read. The next thing that I want to talk about is repetition. So right here, you see 2 roads diverged, 2 roads diverged. This probably means that these are also very important. And we probably want to notice and wonder, what is down these roads? Why are they important? And the next thing that I want to point out to you guys is rhyme. We have would and could, fair and where. And this is there so that when you read it, it has a rhythm. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I'm sorry I could not travel both. Beyond one traveler long I stood, and I looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So this kind of gives you some sort of rhythm for your poem. So there is an activity inside of Schoology that I want you guys to work on. You're going to watch a quick video, and you're going to review some of these terms. If you guys need any help, please be aware that I am in my office hours and I'm available and ready to help you if you need be. Just check the virtual classroom to get the times of when my classroom office hours are. All right, good luck.